Hi, welcome to this episode of Toysbackzen. I haven't made any videos, and there's some circumstances, probably since Christmas, that has kept me from being able to make more videos. I've had to move my business. I've got two business locations, and I moved one of them into a better location. Well, that took a lot of time and effort getting the new place ready and then moving the old place. You wouldn't believe the amount of stuff you accumulate in a retail store and a repair shop. I do repairs for musical instruments that accumulates in a 5-year time span. It's crazy. So a lot of that stuff had to be moved to different locations. Most of that is done. I still have a lot of work to do there, but I want to get back into making these videos. Now, my favorite videos to do is repair videos and restoration videos and custom videos. And I will be getting back to those because I know you guys love them too. But I do have some toys that I have gotten probably in the past month. But more importantly, in this video, I want to talk about how to collect on a budget. Now, it costs a lot of money to move a huge business in the studio. And, well, then I have to put all of my collecting kind of aside and not do it unless you can do it on a budget. A couple things you can do is trade. When I'm doing toy shows, I trade with other vendors. I got some things for free, and I did some trades on Facebook's marketplace and on the Canadian site Kijiji. So I did some trades, and I managed to get most of the stuff I'm about to show you for under $30. Now, I also went to the Dollar Tree and I found some cool things too. So those are all the things I'm about to show you. So let's get into it. Now this one is really cool. This is a Sector's. It's a hand puppet, and I can't put my hand in there because this is for kids, and I don't want to tear it. I guess I could try to get my hand in there. Oh, I guess I can. But there's a story behind this. So this is Dracula. It's the puppet that came with the character Skulk, and this was from a deluxe set that they put out. And he's in pretty good condition. His paint's pretty good. He's got a little bit of marks here, but I'm gonna be able to take that off with a little bit of probably lighter fluid. And I like how his mouth opens and closes. So that's really cool. It's a funny thing. I was going to a drop-off center. I had some things I was donating to a drop-off center, and they had this sitting in a box with a G.I. Joe bridge layer and a couple other 70s toys. And the stuff I was dropping off was, pretty good, some pretty good stuff that I was just donating. And I asked the guy there if I could buy these before he took them in and processed them, and he just gave them to me. He's like, "Oh, go ahead. I've seen you here quite often." Like I said, I was doing a lot of moving, and I was donating boxes to these guys every day for probably 2 weeks, and he just gave me this and the other toys. So that's amazing. Now, I don't have the bridge layer here. I already have that in my collection, so that's not something I'm going to be keeping in my collection, because the one that I have in my collection is in pretty good condition. I'm going to resell that. But yes, that was part of that lot that I didn't bring here to show you, but that's really cool. Next, I picked up this Rock Lords granite figure. I think I already have him. I may have picked him up at one time, some other time. I'll have to look through my videos to see, because my room, like I said, upstairs is kind of crazy. I can't find anything up there until I get it completely organized. But this is Rock Lords, and these figures, I believe, were because of the movie, the GoBots movie, and then they started making these figures because these characters were in the movie, and they're pretty cool characters. I mean, it's just a rock, but I do like the robot. So I got that Rock Lords. Then I picked up these Gloob Trash Bag Bunch. They're just little vinyl figures or PVC or whatever, but I think they're really cool. They were, like I said, from Galoob, and they released these in 1991, I believe. They don't articulate, but I just think that they are really cool. They've got some nice paintwork to them, and some of these are got some really awesome detail. They're only 2 inches tall, and I picked up these probably for about $1 a piece, which I thought was a killer deal. I like this guy, kind of the skull, and yeah, they don't take up a lot of space, and I thought for that price, why not pick these up and have them in the collection? So this guy here. So I think I paid like maybe $12 for that whole bunch. Next, I picked up these converters. These are transformers, super cheap. They are really delicate, and they are insects. This guy is in great condition. I'm not going to transform them because I don't want to break the plastic. And this is kind of a gold bronze color, so it might have that gold plastic syndrome. So I got that guy, and I got this guy, which is I believe he's a tarantula. And there's not much to them. You can transform them pretty easily, but I just don't want to do it right now. But I just think that they're really charming, really cool figures. This guy has his gun like on his chest. This guy doesn't have any broken legs or anything like that, or arms. You usually find these things broken all the time, and he's in great condition. He just doesn't have his weapon, but he does transform. I have done it, and I just think he is really cool. So that's all the used vintage stuff that I picked up, but I also went to the Dollar Tree, and I was actually collecting these for a while, Final Faction, and one of my local Dollar Trees that was carrying these has changed, and so I haven't seen these in the stores for a while, but I did manage to step into a Dollar Tree, and I found these. Now, these are characters I think for the most part we've seen before, but they've got them in these limited edition elite black and gold colors. And I think they look really cool. All of these were, I don't remember what I paid for them. All of these were roughly around $2.50 a piece. So then I ended up, so that was, we've got Master Sergeant here. I'm going to open these two and we'll take a good look at them. We have Sergeant Steel. It's hard to see them in the plastic, but if we look at the back, you can see their file card. And then we have Augmented Combat Rescue Mech, ACRM, and this, again, you can see on the bottom it says Final Faction Cartoon. So there is a cartoon to this toy line, which is really cool. It says limited edition, and all of these say Alpha Team 1, so they have the same kind of color to them. We have Sergeant Ruck. And then we have the female, which I have her in the main color, or the original color. This is Specialist Shift, the female character. And there is her file card here. And you can see on the bottom it shows Steadfast, Shift, Steel, Ruck, ACRM, and the P-131, which is the vehicle. They had it there, but I got a couple of the vehicles for these things, and they're super cheap. And I really don't want to put super cheap vehicles in my collection right now because, like I said in my last video, I am running out of space. So the smaller the items, the better for me. And we're going to take these out in a second. And I just wanted to show this. Right now, if you're in Canada, Toys R Us is pretty much selling all of the Mattel's Masters of the Universe stuff for super, super cheap. I haven't seen any new Masters of the Universe Origins stuff in any of my shops in Canada for probably 2 to 3 years. And well, this is what we end up with, is stuff that's been sitting on the shelf. And I never really picked this up. I have the vintage one, but it's really broken. And I managed to get this. I think originally it was like $50 or something like that. And I managed to get it for $17.99. I had to go back to Toys R Us twice because I opened the first one up and it was missing the whole, see the blue tread there and the gun in the back. It was actually missing the blue tread on the other side, which is actually fastened on the bottom of the box, and then you have to put it together, so you wouldn't know until you take the box apart. And luckily they had another one and I just exchanged it, so that's cool. Nothing special about that, but I just thought it would be cool to have one in my collection because, like I said, I have the vintage one, but I don't really have it on display because it's missing most of its parts and it's in pretty bad condition. So let's take out these Final Faction figures and see what they look like. So here we go, we have them all out of the package. Here's Steadfast. And it says on the back of the card, it says, born and raised in the USA, Steadfast is the leader of the Alpha Team, highly experienced in special operations combat rescue. Steadfast lost his left arm during the first Karn raid. Weapon of choice, loves the damage potential and range of his Mag-Lev railgun that fires high-speed projectiles with deadly accuracy. So there's his translucent arm. I love that, how he's got that. And there's a lot of holes that are on their arms, their back, and you can plug in several accessories that you can get with these. You can also get accessory packs too, and these can get plugged in. You can see there's a hole on his arm there. There's another one here, and some of them have holes in different parts of their body, and they also have holes on their feet so that you can plug them into a figure stand, which they don't come with, unfortunately. But this figure here, he does have a helmet. You can see that here. And I forgot to put it on him. But that's what his face looks like without the helmet. And then there he looks with the helmet. The helmets are quite rubbery, and they fit really good. He's got some nice articulation on that head. No up and down, but mostly just side to side. Like I said, these are 5 points of articulation. And that's what you get. So, and here we have Sergeant Steel. He's got the removable translucent wings with the guns on the top, so when he's flying he can shoot forward. Now this guy doesn't have any plugs that you can plug on his arms, just on his back, but that's cool. He's got the cool gold glasses. And this guy's file card says, his origin is the warm plains of Africa. As a boy in the warm plains of Africa, Steel dreamed of soaring like a bird. Steel has multiple specialized air packs for any mission. Nerves of steel make him an unparalleled asset in the sky. Steel's has a DZ-1 flight pack, which houses a mini turbine engine and collision detection sensors. It's his favorite way to ruin the Karn's day. Here we have Shift, and she's the female figure. She's got long hair, and then she has this thing that plugs into the back. Her hair kind of gets in the way a little bit, but the swords do come out. The swords do come out of this sheath of some sort, and then you can put them in her hands. These guys' hands are really, really big. Luckily, the accessories do have really big handles, so they fit actually pretty good. So that's neat. She's a cool character. Get her over here. Let's take a look at Sergeant Ruck. Now Sergeant Ruck came with a couple accessories too. He has this machine gun that plugs into his arm. You can also plug it in to the other arm on his forearm there. He has a couple plug-ins here on his back. I guess they could be for some other accessories. But he also has this tank on his back that you can plug in. That's a separate piece. So his origin is Cold Valleys of Austria. Ruck specializes in artillery and uses his heavy weapons that attach to his body to stave off the enemy. Ruck has a warm heart but is very competitive with his friend Steel. Ruck is always happy to load out with his arms of Ares, forearm-mounted miniguns that make him feel like a god of war. And then the last figure that we have in this array of figures is we have this guy. This guy's really cool. A lot of translucent yellow, but he still has the black and the gold paint. This is ACRM, and the ACRM is a breakthrough in VR tech, remotely piloted via a modular VR system. This mech is adaptable and aids in all combat and rescue missions. This ACRM is piloted by Boyd, a 15-year-old disabled boy. The E-Flux blasters is used frequently by Boyd to stop synthoids and crawlers in their tracks, making them fast targets. So I'm not seeing, he doesn't have, probably because of the amount of plastic he comes with, he does not come with any accessories in this pack. So I'm not sure what the E-Flux blaster is, but he doesn't come with one. Maybe it's the thing that's in the front. Like I said, you can get packs for this, so maybe you can get the E-Blaster, the E-Flux blaster with those packs. So all of this stuff pretty much came to about $30, and it came with doing trades. It came with being lucky and getting some stuff for free, and also getting some really great deals at Toys R Us. And so there you go. You can collect on a budget if you're strapped for cash and you still want to be collecting stuff. And that's what I did here. I hope you guys learned something from that. And that's my toy haul from the last month. Maybe 3 weeks actually. This has been a 3-week haul more than a month haul, but that's what I got. And I wanted to thank everybody for watching. Don't worry, if you like the customs and you like the repair videos, don't worry, those are coming up. I'm going to have more time here in the next week or two, and then I'll be able to get right into those custom figures that I've been making, those, especially those Ego Force 3 3/4 figures. So stay tuned. I've got those figures. My next 3, they're almost ready to go. I got all the parts here for them, and we should be ready to make my next 3. So stick around. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you have, I appreciate your support.